What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at a title called Spaceborne 2. This is a really interesting one because this is the sum total creation of one guy, and it seeks to be something like X4, it seeks to be something like Starfield, it seeks to be something like Elite Dangerous, all simultaneously and at the same time. And one guy has made this entire thing, which is what's so utterly incredible to me. I've been binging out on the game all morning, so we're going to step on in for about 30 minutes. We're going to check it out, and we're going to see if it's something you wanted to add to your wish list, or if it's one of those games you would rather pass on. If after watching this you wanted to get the game for yourself, I got a link for you down below in the description. On top of that, I've also got a link for you to my Discord and my Twitch stream, just in case you wanted to hang out live. But let's get to it, because it's time for us to dogfight. What is this title? Spaceborne 2 is a lot of things. It is a game that is wearing all of the hats to the point where it's very difficult for me to describe to you exactly all the things that the game has going on. There we go. Let's get that drone right there. I've been hired right now as a mercenary to protect this convoy of miners as they flow through space. And so I've dropped on in, and we are now getting rid of some pirates. But this is a game that has a little bit of everything from what I've seen so far. It's got dogfighting, it's got land battles, like at any time I can jump out of my ship if I want. Like even right now, I can jump out of my ship. It 100% does not matter. There's more of them coming on in? All right, I'll keep that in mind then. Let's go ahead and swap weapons real fast. If you want to be a space mercenary, you can be a space mercenary and you can only take terrestrial missions. If you want to be a starfighter, you can do that. The game has base building. The game has fleet building and fleet commands that you can give out. I'm not quite at that point in the game yet. I'm about 4 or 5 hours on into my run right now, and I'm still running around in the starter ship. Well, not technically not the starter ship. Little piece of advice, don't spend a bunch of time. Yeah, get that drone out of here. Don't spend a whole bunch of time kitting out the ship that you start with. That's my piece of advice. This game does come with an extended tutorial. It takes it a little while to get going, but I promise if you can make it through the first hour or two, it will open up and you will be free to do just about anything that you want to do inside the galaxy. Let's take a look and see what our loot is looking like right now from this fight. So we've got 3 loot crates that are scattered around. Let's go ahead, and it looks like we've got a scanner right there. We'll go ahead and send a probe to fetch it. This guy right here, I'm going to need to get that pod as well because an enemy pirate who was wanted fell out of his ship. Not every ship is wanted, but a good chunk of them are if you're going to be going up against pirates. And you can recover the people from their little pods, and you can take them back and turn them into law enforcement if you want. But if you want to fight on the ground, you can fight on the ground with guns and lasers and sniper rifles and all that kind of stuff. We've got a Megadyne torpedo set right there, some assembly required. It's fun for the kids, dude. You got to get the kids a little bit of this, a little bit of that for Christmas. Oh, we got some goodies inside of there. What's inside of this one right here? The game also features proceduralized Diablo-style loot so that every single piece of loot is potentially interesting. They've got little bonuses like all of your laser weapons get more damage and stuff like that. Let me gather up all these goodies real quick, and then we'll get the hell out of here. And then this guy right here, I actually wanted to show you this because you can pull this guy out of his pod with your pod grabbers. So I've got to like go into first person here, and we've got to stabilize this pod. There we go. We stabilized it. Let's go ahead and back up a little bit because I don't want to hit him. But we'll pull in nice and close so that you can see this action here. And then we're going to crack him out of his pod right here. There we go. So I'm going to send out a little drone, and if we get a little bit closer, you'll see the drone, it attaches to his escape pod, and then in just a second, once it gets him out of there, it actually drags a human being out of there and puts him inside of our cargo hold, which is fun. But you can mine in this game, you can build stations in this game, you can build fleets in this game, you can fight and be a space marine, you can get involved in political situations and kind of intrude upon that kind of stuff. It's really up to you. It's kind of one of those sandboxes that is utterly surprising in the sheer volume of stuff that you can actively do. Just to give you some idea of how much you can actually do in this game, these are all guilds that are giving out missions. There's some of them that I haven't uncovered yet, I think through the storyline or whatever. The game does have a main narrative. It's clunky. The main narrative is like your dad was the leader of a rebellion, and he was defeated, And apparently human beings live under the hegemony of aliens now, and we're trying to throw that off by recreating that revolution and becoming space terrorists. Because, you know, why not, dude? Freedom isn't free. It costs space terrorism. But once you're part of one of these guilds right here, you are able to go to the Galactic Web, and that will serve you up a never-ending amount of things that you can do that will pay you off. You make money, you buy new ships, you get pilots, you get fleet wings that you can give orders to, kind of Mountain Blade style with the F keys to follow and be in formation and to hang out with you. If you wanted to see me hop out of my ship, I think I can do that right now. There we go. I can hop out of my ship at any time, anywhere in space. Anywhere that you want to be out of your ship, you can get out of your ship. And yes, those guns on my back are functional. And in fact, I have a job to do. So I've got a little bit of a mission right here where I need to help El Durit escape from a village that is besieged by something. I don't know, zombies or something. It says rots, and I've never seen that in a quest before. We need to go to Aragao for that, though. If you wanted to get some idea as to the scale of the universe here, there are quite a few places that you can go, and I am still in the Lobi area. So we need to find Aragao down here. Aragao is right there. We're going to go ahead and set our route. It looks like it's going to take us a couple of hops to get over there. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll trigger up the Stargate over here. I'm going to head off in that direction. We're going to warp on out. I do have guys on board right now that I do need to take back to law enforcement. I'm a little bit worried they're going to shiv me in my sleep with... You know, I keep a lot of popsicles on board, all right? And one thing I like to do to keep prisoner morale up is I like to distribute some popsicles. But I get the feeling that they're whittling the sticks into some kind of crossbow or weapon. So I prefer to get them off the craft as soon as humanly possible. All right, we've arrived at our first Stargate, so let's go ahead and hail the Stargate and let them know that we want to go to the next plot in the route. It'll make you jump all of them in one go. You don't have to do this like a million billion times like you would in something like Elite Dangerous. But it'll slingshot us there, and the first time you've got to do kind of this little process right here and keep it inside the boxes, and off, and away we go. Please visit again. I will, as soon as there's more space people to be murdered. And now that we've arrived in Aragao, I've got to figure out, so what planet is this nerd on? This nerd is on Tugrugia. All right, well, let's head on over to Tugrugia and kind of see how this thing goes. And hopefully this doesn't get too mangy, but I did want to take a bounty on the soil so that I can show you guys every planet in this game is landable. So as we pull up to the planet here, you will see, let me go ahead and accelerate. I'm going to give us all engines too. You can shift around your power systems with your arrow keys. And so every single ship has different speed, different attributes. There's been a bunch of different ships that I've seen so far just from looking at the markets and whatnot. We don't get to choose where we enter down on the planet. That is one modification that I'd like to see is if you have a mission, all the locations on the planet should have a little arrow on them and you should be able to lock onto them. And then if you enter Atmo from anywhere, it puts you directly over the top of that because there is going to be some travel time to be considered here once we get down onto the planet because this is actually a full planet that you can fly all the way around it. You can land wherever you want. I don't know if there's anything interesting out there. I haven't really wandered around any of the planets or anything just yet, but let's get through Atmo first. Atmo it is! And then we'll try to figure out how far out this location is. Let's go ahead and we'll jump into like third-person view. Every ship has its own cockpit as well, just in case that's the kind of thing that matters to you. It's going to look scary when we come through the clouds. It's going to look like we're going to hit the ground, but it always pulls you up right before you hit. And so here's our planet. It looks like it's a snow planet, actually, which is weird because the whole thing was red from space. Weird. Yeah, it's nasty. We got some pretty gnarly winds going on right now. Oh, look at that. There's snow all over my ship, dude. That's rad. That was a little... This game has so many little details. Like, you see how our ship's kind of rumbling right now? That's because this game actually simulates wind when it comes to your velocity while you're flying around the planet. I'm going to need to go to... Let's see here. I need to inspect this planet, and we need to figure out exactly what we're looking for here. All right, so to planet-wide view, Imakora is over here. So we're going to need to find her... And we're going to need to, like, get over there, I guess. Let's take a look around. Imakora is back over that way, and what a pleasant piece of luck. She's only, like, 1,000,000 kilometers away. That's not actually that terrible, so I'm going to go ahead and slow boat my ass on over there. And once I arrive, we will see if we can rescue her from whatever zombie prison she's currently inside of. So after a considerably long haul, we're actually pulling up on this place right now. So I'm going to hop out of the ship, but as I was saying, there's a bunch of different ship varieties in the game. Every single ship has a designation. They have different special abilities. If it wasn't like a blue that was similar to the colors that you see, you know, on the white on the ground, but in the bottom right, you can see boost, defensive, and engine basically down there on standby. Those are special abilities that you can hotkey on in. Every ship has its own special abilities. Some special abilities are things like they fire a plasma launcher or they fire a big array of missiles at anything you're locked onto. Some of them give you a fat engine boost for a little while. Just sort of depends what ship you're flying, so you'll want to take a look at those. There's also a motley assortment of hard points and customizations you can do to all your ships, whether you be mining, or whether you be salvaging, or whether you be carrying cargo, or whatever else that you plan on doing. Big ol' spat of pop-in right there. All right, so it says she's inside the city. Let's come in a little bit outside the village. I'm going to put the landing gear down real fast. You don't have to land super carefully. Don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. You can kind of thump your ship into the ground and nothing bad should happen. City's a little ways off, actually. I guess I parked out here because I was worried there was going to be infected and zombies around. That's okay, though, because I've got jet booster. Oh, there's guys all over my ship. What are you guys doing? Oi! What's up, boys? How we doing out here? We trying to have a little bit of a gun bang shooty fight? Where'd you guys even appear from? Apparently they're drop podding in behind me. Which brings me to my next point. This game is janky. There's going to be a lot of jank and a lot of wonk inside this title that you're going to have to learn to deal with along the way. My strongest suggestion to you is save frequently and save often before you do anything, because you never know what's going to happen or how a mission's going to bug out on you. All right, let's pull the ripcord on our jetpack. Those guys are probably going to try to catch up with us, but I'm quite a bit faster than they are. I don't know exactly where this lady might be inside this settlement, but we need to track her down. Let me put my helmet on so that I have a flashlight at least. It looks like we've got to go inside and check all these, maybe? I don't know. It said I guess the Rot are like a gang from what it looks like now. They're like all the way out there. Oh, no, there's zombies. All right, never mind. Apparently those guys, I don't know exactly why they're spawning right now. I guess they must be upset with me. I see an exclamation point. Exclamation points are good. Let's see if we can find her over here. I was hoping some of these loot crates or something might be lootable, but it doesn't look like. Got you. What's up, buddy? How we doing in here? Where's your door at? Oh, I can hear you. What's up, bro? You just want to, like, kick it? Are you El Durit? You're a dude. It says who I'm rescuing is a lady, so I don't know. This may or may not be the right person, but he's with me now, I guess. So, I guess limp along behind me, buddy. I guess that was the guy. It just told me the quest was completed when I took him to the edge of town, so I suppose that's that. I have completed a Space Marine mission. This one was kind of underwhelming after a long flight. I was expecting to land to like a hail of gunfire and chaos, but I guess that's just life. I'm gonna Iron Man my way back to the ship real fast. Are there still guys over here? Or were they only a part of the apparently there's a bunch of guys hunting that dude too. Fair enough. It's a good thing we landed a far ways away because they kind of bugged out and stayed with our ships. Otherwise, I would have been taking fire that entire time. All right, well, mission's done. We got paid, as far as I know anyways. It wasn't exactly the best paycheck, but it was a paycheck. Our next batch of missions are in a system called Chesty, where I've got to do like a rescue thing, and then I also need to upload some files to a data server, and then I also think I need to hunt a guy and shoot him with lasers until he is an ashy pile of goop. And so we'll probably try to set our way over towards Chesty. Where's Chesty at? And Chesty is hiding out in the cloud over here. And you can 3D like fly through the galaxy if you want. It does actually have 3 dimensions to it. I actually find it easier to find some of my missions when I do them this way. So let's set our path to head over that way, and then we will head to the system Stargate, and we will be on our way. Having now entered on into the Chesty system, let's see where our quarry's at. So Canoodle's over here. They shouldn't be that hard to get a hold of. They're only 6 AU away. That's not that bad. Sometimes, dude, they make you fly out all the way to the edge of the system for these things, which actually kind of makes sense. Like, that's like the kind of place where a pirate would hang out, you know? He's not going to be in, like, the core area that's super occupied by everybody. Let me reroute my power systems real fast. There we go. I'm going to put everything into weapons. I find that in combat, the enemies can be a little bit damage soaky sometimes if you don't put everything into weapons. All right, Canoodle, where are you at? Oh, they came out quick. All right, get the guns online. Oh, my God. We jumped in right on top of them. And we got missile locks and things happening. Oh, my. All right, let's start lasering like crazy. That guy's already been lasered. He's got pretty good armor on him, though. Unfortunately, I do have missile systems, but my missiles are designed for wiping out the enemy's shields. You've actually got to, like, pick and choose what kind of missiles you want to bring along. And my missiles are for taking out shields, because before I got these railguns right here, I was having a huge amount of problems taking down people's shields. I wasn't having too much of a problem with the ability to, like, take out their armor, but... Oh, we got a boss this time. Oh, we got pods all over the place, dude. I'm about to get paid. I'm ready. Those pods are worth like 80 grand a piece a lot of the time, depending on like how these guys are actually clacked out in their criminal career. All right, his shields are down. Let's loop around him a little bit. He fired a missile at... Oh, my God. Okay, yep, that was a little bit closer than I was pleased with. Another missile lock coming in. Let me do a quick turn. We'll kick turn on him. You can do like a little dash move with your ship, basically, if you know you have a missile lock on you that you can let you thrust out of the way. Got this guy right here. There are bigger fights, so there are larger classes of ships. I saw one in a shop. I also did a mission earlier where you're fighting against like a station, effectively, and you had to knock out their communications, which stopped them from getting reinforcements, and then you had to like knock out their oxygen generators and a whole bunch of other stuff. Is that our guy? All right, so we got our guy. Where are these pods at, dude? So we got a pod out this way. Let's go recover that real quick, because that's going to make me a little bit of extra money. I don't like it when I don't grab pods. We can stabilize the pod once we get closer to it, because right now it's spinning out and it actually has like velocity and momentum. So you got to catch up to it a little bit. And then once we've done that, there we go. I'll use my speed boost ability. That'll get us over there a little bit faster, and then I'll flip around after we grab this guy. Hey, we stabilized it. Nice. All right, let's pull up on him. I'm going to pull a pod wrecker. We'll see if we can get that guy back and inside the prison unit. And then we've got another pod over there. I've also got some loot to look at on the loot list up here. They drop anything good? Looks like they dropped the shield booster. It's a consumable. It's like a potion for your ship. It restores your shields up a little bit. There's also repair kits and stuff that you can get. So you'll see the little drone. There we go. We picked up our fugitive. And then you'll see my little drone go out to loot the wreck right there as well and go do his thing. I haven't figured out how to do salvaging stuff yet. I have gotten like loot occasionally that will do something like it's scrapped metal or it's like scrapped circuitry or something like that. But I haven't quite figured out what to use it for. Not a lot of things are explained in this game. You're going to have to kind of like figure it out on your own, how a lot of like the associated systems work. There we go. We got this guy stabilized. Let's crack his pod. We'll get him on out of there. And then I'll take you guys on a day trip to a station so that you can take a look at some of the options that are out and about. The different factions do reward you for doing these missions. You're not just doing these for free. If you go to the guilds menu right here, you'll see that you rank up. When you get different ranks, it opens up access to different terminals and different vendors and things of that nature that allow you to buy more high-quality equipment that tends to be involved with the stuff that you're trying to do. So the freelancers, they're just shooting down guys in space and hunting pirates. And so a lot of their stuff is going to be like new shields, new weapons, new things of that nature. The Mercenaries Guild tends to focus on new rifles, new armor suits, all of which do have an appearance, by the way. The Bounty Hunters Guild, I haven't joined up. I should have done that while I was in Aragao, because there seems to be some kind of like ship tracking minigame that you can do as well as like probes and things of that nature for like scanning planets, and I haven't done it all yet, dude. There's so much stuff inside of this game that's like really easy for me to forgive it for being like a buggy, janky, wonky mess a lot of the time. I cannot make that clear enough. This game is for people that are not timid about like replaying a mission because some kind of trigger didn't work. I've probably had to reload. I've been playing for about 5 hours now. I think I've had to reload about 3 times after completing a mission because the mission didn't go through, or like something wonked out with it, or like the guy that I was supposed to kill was stuck inside of a wall or something like that. This game is janky key. But I feel confident in saying that if you can handle a Piranha Bytes game, like, you know, something like Risen or something like Elix, you will be perfectly at home here. Let's pull up. That's a factory right there. I don't know if they're actually going to let me dock here. So I'll take you to an alternate one instead. This, oh, okay, ow. Yep, that's the side of the dock. I forgot that I put everything into engines. All right, let's pull up real fast. I need to get docking clearance. Oh, they wanted me on the other side. Okay. You do have to dock in the spot that they tell you to dock in, by the way. You can't, like, interact with terminals or anything unless you're on the right dock. All right, let's stabilize. Landing gear's good to go. Let's bring her on down. And we have touchdown. Let's hop on out of here. And let's drop off our let's drop off our fugitives, yeah? This game isn't all sunshine and roses. Some of the missions you're going to be taking are like wiping out refugee colonies that have just been like annoying the locals and things of that nature. It definitely has a darker gleam to it once you get a little bit further on and you start reading some of the mission descriptions. But what I need to do is I don't really need the ship manager right now. You guys have a security terminal in here where I can drop off these fugitives? Inside the market, it does not look like we have any terminals to sell off our quarry. But what we can do is sell off some of the loot that we've been picking up. So this game comes stacked with loads and loads and loads of things that you can equip on your ship. I need a new missile pod, but I don't think I'm high enough level for that missile pod yet. We got to be level 8 for that one. And I'm not quite there yet. In fact, all this stuff seems to be for level 8. What level am I right now when it comes to, like, my ship and everything else? Taking a look at my talents, I am a level 8 pilot, so technically we can pick those up. I probably should. So when you do different things in this game, you get XP towards different life paths. You've got soldier, you've got pilot, you've got adventurer. Adventurer is like scanning, collecting data, things of that nature that kind of push the boundaries of the galaxy outwards and increase our knowledge of it. Exploring places, stuff like that. Pilot is for shooting down enemy pilots and things of that nature. I don't really have any upgrades there just yet. Soldier is going to be for running around planetside shooting people in the face with sniper rifles and bullets and things of that nature. When you level up, you can put points into each of these attributes. They all do different things. And then once you put in enough points, they will give you a perk point. Perk points will give you active abilities. They'll give you passive abilities. They'll give you things that just all around make your character better. There's also a criminal talent tree that I haven't started playing around with just yet, but I'm going to strongly guess that the Mortha are the ones that, like, conquered humanity, and so it seems like the campaign is sort of angling me towards, like, criminality with the Mortha. You've also got personal equipment. You can pick your guns, your knives, your armor suits, all that kind of stuff. Whatever you like to run, this game has it, from shotguns to sniper rifles to, you know, mag dumpers. It just kind of depends. I think that slot's going to be for a heavy weapon, but I don't think I've gotten that far in the game just yet. So let's go ahead and we will buy this stellar missile pod down here. It's going to cost us 144 grand. I'm okay with that because I need new missiles. I also wouldn't be against picking up like a new Gatling or something, but those are for XL class ships, so that's not really going to be that helpful. We have anything in these terminals over here? I got to be rank 2 for the epic stuff, huh? Not quite there yet. Over here, we can get various sundries that will make us more effective at bounty hunting. I need to buy some more pod catchers because I've used up a big chunk of mine and I'd like them to function a little bit faster. We can also get modules for our ship. I'll show you how that all works in just a minute. The aim extender, huh? Wow, that gives us a lot of shield bonuses and things. That's pretty good. These shields right here are quite a bit better than what we have at the moment. So I'm going to buy that night shield right there. We've got a aim extension over here that will give us alertness, reflexes, damage resist. It'll give us... Apparently, we slow the enemy whenever we critically hit, which would be really good. How is that compared to mine? It's pretty good. Let's go ahead and take it. It's a tier 2 module, and I think we're about ready. I would also like to be a lot faster than I currently am, so I will take that engine burner right there. We've got this guy that will increase our railgun damage by 118. I don't know if we have that slot, though. I'm going to buy it anyways because I'm flush with cash and I don't care. And I think this looks like a pretty good upgrade, too. It'll give us an accuracy boost, so I'll go ahead and take it. Now we got to go back to the ship kitting console, and I'll show you how that works. Well, I've got bad news. I was taking us to a different market where I could fit out my ship, and I was interdicted by pirates, so I'm going to go ahead and let them know that it's time for them to die. You don't get to jump me like that. I'm the big boss out here. Weapons online. Get my railgun going. I'm trying to knock some shields off these. Oh, there's a bunch of them, dude. This is going to be a little bit of mayhem. All right, well, let's stay on them. These guys are agile, too. They're quick. All right, light them up. Maybe I'll get myself a few more captives to sell since I'm going into market to do it anyways. I need to get my weapon systems back up to full thrust. There we go. One enemy down right there. Equalize everything out. Give me everything to weapons, please. We are getting shot a little bit, but I don't think they really have anything that's capable of hurting us. We're kind of like a higher tier ship than they are, so this is really more of an annoyance than anything else. Swapping your weapon systems around in this game is very important. It increases your damage. It makes it so that your weapons overheat, so it actually affects your weapons cooling and how long you can fire. Let's stay on him. We're almost overheated. This guy might be the tough guy in the group. There's sometimes a boss in the group, and there's no, like, icon or anything to indicate that. He's now down. We got this guy over here. This game, weirdly enough, if you hold down right-click, it just follows the enemy and basically auto-battles them for you and keeps your reticle right on target. Probably good for accessibility. I don't really use it that much because I enjoy the dogfighting experience, but it is there if you wanted to use it. Man, this guy's got a chin on him, too. These guys are packing some armor. Maybe I'll get some armor-destroying missiles next because I feel like I've got more than enough shield destruction now. I haven't been able to find a new Gatling gun that pleases me. Is anybody dropping loot? You guys better be dropping loot out here, bro. I'm not trying to stop and fight you idiots for nothing. Where's this guy at? There he is. I was going to say, dude, it feels like he's right up my poop chute. Is he firing from a long ways? Oh, there he is, dude. I caught his contrail. I was going to say, who is this guy that's peppering me with gunfire right now? There we go. Hey, buddy. You thought I wouldn't see you back here, huh? Would you like to taste the missiles? Oh, I don't have him locked. Never mind. I was just dumbfiring the missile to scare him. There we go. We'll fire that one at him. Oh, he fired one at me, but he missed. I'm sure there's lots of missile locks around here. I'm sure there's a lot of that going around. They've almost got my shields down, so it's a good thing we've got most of them taken care of. I can't see his missile very well, so I don't even know where the missile went. You, sir! You were the last one. Ow, my armor. Hey, 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 hey. Let's knock it off. Yeah, enjoy that missile right there. I thought he fired a missile for a second. I got scared. There's a missile out. And how much loot do we have laying around? We got any pods or anything rattling around? Pods don't get pinged on the HUD, so, like, I don't know if we actually have pods around. Either way, let's go into reticle mode here real fast, and we'll take a look at these crates. What you got for them? Ooh, hello. So we've got a Stellar Shotgun. Not bad. We've got an Omnifarer Hull Series, which gives us plus 11,000 armor. We've got a Komatsu beam right there, but I wasn't a big fan of the beam weapons. We'll send the probe out to go grab that. And then what do we have out of this crate? It looks like we've got a Zararaqua suit, which is way better than what I'm wearing, but it's for a level 11 soldier. We've got a Mice Actor booster, okay, and then we've got a Grunwald pistol, which are once again for level 11s. We'll queue that up for the pod or for the drone to collect. I gotta wait for my shields to come back up anyway. My shields are a mess right now. Maybe I'll put everything into shield charging for a minute. Alright, we made our way to the trading station. I wanted to take you guys to an active trading station where there's like people walking around and stuff happening. These ones right here are just kind of like automated trade stations that don't really matter, but we can drop off all of our guys here, I think. I think I just fly into the side of it if I remember correctly. Yeah, there we go. We got this right here. We'll bring her on in. And then I suppose we'll just land... Hey. Camera, don't go through the roof right now. Landing gear down. Let's put her on the soil. All right, so security terminal. Who did we capture? Looks like we fought A. Ear. He's worth 24,000 Thai. All right, we can do that. We also got P. Erie. She's worth 40 grand, so that's good, and he's worth 35 grand. Easy money, dude. Easy money straight into my cargo hold. From there, I need to outfit my ship. And then after a bit more flying around, I finally found a place that'll kit out my ship for me. So, like, apparently we're on, like, some kind of, like, ring station or something like that. I don't know how, I've never been here before, so this might get a little bit weird. Oh, do I gotta weave in between, like, oh, I think I do. Oh, I gotta land on the roof. Gotcha. Okay, I see what's going on here. I was trying to see, like, the exact spot where I was supposed to be landing. Let's get my landing gear down, and then I'm just gonna bring her down, dude. I got like 20 seconds to make this landing. There we go. Landing done. It's a little dark here. I'm gonna need a flashlight. All right, so where am I trying to go? The hangar over here. I've been looking everywhere for just station services, dude, that will allow me to like retrofit and kit out my ship, and I haven't found it anywhere. It's been just a mess. I think where we need to go is down this little elevator over here. Like I said, you're going to be spending some time exploring in this game. It's going to actively feel like you are in a world that is foreign to you. But I need to, let's see, what kind of stuff we got around here. Services terminal, that's what I've been looking for. So I need to fill up on rockets first and foremost. I want, I guess, give me armor breaker rockets at this point. There we go. They've even got like the little Spitzer tip on them. That's how you know they penetrate. I also needed to mess with my components. All of these things are things that you can customize with your ship, from torpedo loadouts, you know, like dumbfire torpedoes on over to guided rockets to components and things of that nature. Components were what I was really looking for. And so as far as our hull system goes, we need, oh my god, there's so many things inside of here. So we definitely needed to get our aim extension reinstalled. I probably should have sold some of this stuff before I came in here. There we go. We've got our aim extender installed now, I think. There we go. Now we've got it in there for the weapon systems. I don't know. I've got a few too many things on me at the moment, but shields. I think it was the 5500 one that we wanted to install, as far as I know. Yeah. So we wanted the 5500 on there. The problem is I looted a bunch of other stuff along the way. For the hull series, we had an armor one around here somewhere. Yeah, the Omnifarer hull series. That'll triple the amount of armor that we have on our ship. Oh no, it's for level 10s, dude. That's upsetting. All right, well, we'll hold on to it until we have level 10, but that'll basically triple the amount of armor on our ship. We also needed to mess with the engines, I think. Yeah, so we wanted that guy right there because that gives us 500 top end and increases our warp speed by like 2 million as far as I know, so that'll be good. It's possible I may have bought stuff that like my ship doesn't even have slots for. I figured every ship would have every slot in there, but I was very wrong about that. On the plus side, we are at an actual official station, so that's pretty sick. We already dumped off our convicts, so I don't think we have to worry about that any further. And so that all taken care of, we should be a little bit more effective right now. I was hoping I could maybe sell off some of this stuff. I got a lot of things on me, and it seems like they've got like an entire area over here for selling off goodies. But this game is rad, dude. It's buggy and it's wonky, but the fact of the matter is it's no buggier and no more wonky than Starfield. No more buggy or wonky than, you know, Star Citizen. Like, taking that into account, the fact that one guy has managed to pull all this off is actually fairly incredible. Like, this may be one of the most, I hesitate to say, but this may be one of the most ambitious things that I've ever seen a solo developer actively go after. And so it's one of those strange games that, like, once you play it for a little while, you do get sucked in. And like I said, there's lots of content here. There's everything from building your own stations to building your own fleets to having your own army that follows you around and like fights with you. It seems like there's a conquest system in play because I've seen other factions with like halfway built stations in various areas. And so there's a lot of cool things here. My only warning would be, though, this is a work in progress, so there's a lot of AI voice acting. There's a lot of spots in like storyline dialogue where it'll pop up with a box that's like, cinematic goes here. And then from there, there are other little things that are going to pop in. There's lots of spelling and translational errors and things of that nature. However, I can say firmly that it hasn't stopped me from enjoying the game so far, because I've been looking for a game like this to like punch out a whole bunch of time in. So anyways, my name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, we were taking a look at a title called Spaceborne 2. If you were wondering if I can leave the dock, I can. There's not going to be anything inside these buildings, but like I can walk down the street if I want on this ring. I can fly to the outside of it, and like I can drop my character up here, dude. The amount of unparalleled ambition and freedom that they've got packaged on into this title, even in its primitive, sort of buggy state, is just absolutely incredible. You wouldn't be able to believe that somebody could do this. Like, see, I can just like land over here if I want on the outside of the ring, and I can be like, maintenance! You know, like I can... It's an interesting title if for that reason alone, in the things that it seeks out to accomplish. And while you will run into bugs and problems, it hasn't ruined the experience for me yet. It's been mildly annoying, but then again, I had mildly annoying bugs in Elite Dangerous. I had mildly annoying bugs that forced me to restart quests and use the console to fix them in Starfield. And so I feel like compared to its competition, this is not that far off the march, and you know when you get this game that you're just like paying one guy that's working on a passion project rather than paying for Todd Howard's next yacht. So I'll see y'all later. Thank you for stopping on in, and that's about all I got for you. Bye, folks.